metres. And Adelaide get their first goal of the quarter. That actually came earlier than their first goal of the opening quarter. So on that basis, all is not lost. However, there's a lot of climbing back to do. The margin is 33 points.
Tim, I think he's made 3 mistakes, that umpire. He over-umpired 3 times. And I reckon once tries 3 times, you're out. It's pretty hard, but stiff.
We'll watch this space. There'll be another ball up just outside the circle. Now, Walker has been pinged for being inside the 5-metre zone. That one's on. There's no doubt about that, I think, looking at that. Anyway, on we go. And
I disagree with that,
they
Tim.
almost
we'll
go
get back
on.
to that, but only because he was there already. Why didn't he ping him in the first place?
He's not meant to be there, though.
Oh.
Here's Douglas. Adelaide attacking 2-on-2 in the 50. Russell in from the side. Armfield to collect. White back to Armfield. Poor kick, but it's fine. Well, it stays in. It rolled along the line, and for a moment, Doughty thought there might be an opportunity. There'll be a throw in on the wing.
Anyhow, finish that off. You shouldn't bag umpires, but Stewart Wen, very disappointing for a couple of minutes for him.
Controversial pause in play. Will it work in the Crows' favour? Poor pleasure. Judd. Scotland. Nice goal kicker for the Blues. Through traffic. Made it look easy. Off to Betts. Now Cruiser. Like an extra midfielder that ruckman is. But this time kicks it straight down the throat of John Cock. Short. Rutten. Oh, and this is dangerous stuff by Rutten. He popped the kick up, allowed Robinson into the contest, and the safety of the boundary line. Just over 5 minutes remaining. It is the Blues by 33 points. The Crows in all sorts of bother.
Yeah, they're not out of it though, Kel, are they? They're not out of it yet. I mean, just that was a handy goal, and it came from luck.
Marriage the tap, Betts the footy, under pressure. Dangerfield trying to barge through, head down, ball up. The only outcome there. Carlton by 33, and these are important minutes before half-time. Adelaide really needing to cut into it to go to the rooms with their morale up. Marriage getting rid of Cruiser there. Cruiser back on his feet. Robinson ever hard at it, but it's Adelaide's ball, and Knight bangs it up the ground. Too far for Tippett, who has 2 to beat. Burton arrives, but clumsily. Russell been good back there to Murphy for the Blues. Right in the heart of the ground. Andrew Walker having a pretty good day down the back and delivers to Garlett. 75 out. Carlton moving it quickly at all times. Scotland from a long way. He is a good kick. Won't quite make it. It hit the behind post, so there'll be a throw in. Scotland kicked one earlier in the quarter from just 5 metres closer. Just couldn't quite get into the spot there.
Carlton still threatening. Judd, dangerous, makes it look easy, wheels around, across the body, misses everything. Just a burst of acceleration from the captain.
He's also had the most touches on the ground, 15. Kelly now, so he's just to say, he hasn't missed a beat really, has he?
A comeback and a half of footy for Chris Judd. This is Marich and Cruiser. Cruiser front position. Judd almost behind his back. He can do everything. And we'll have a bounce. Time ticking down. Riley still running with Judd. Trying to reinvent his role, Brent Riley, over summer. He's looking to...
There's a blood rule call here.
The blood rule's called. Judd bending over, Malcolm. He looks a little tired. He's given it everything. He's pushed his body to the limit in this first half.
He's only probably got 4 or 5 minutes to go for this. And this is a nice minute and a half break for him while we wait for a player to come back on.
We see Robert Shirley always got the job on Judd in previous seasons and did really well. Obviously delisted over summer, and I think Doughty might have got the job on him last year in one of the games. Crows winning both their encounters over the Blues relatively easily. Back underway. And over the top cruiser. Robinson, Betts is lurking. Quick handball comes out. Dangerfield needs to get it off. Falls to the ground. Spills out. Robinson on all fours. Diving in. Desperate stuff. And we'll go again.
Gee, there's been a lot of packs, hasn't there? It's been actually a tight game. As I said, halfway through that third quarter, I think we might see the game open up. Just got that traditional look about it when guys just start to really hunger for deep breaths.
Mitch Robinson working very hard for Carlton. He's been a good contributor. Cruiser with Marriage. Carlton with two big men to throw at the Adelaide man, although he has Tippett in reserve. John Cock, long. Burton, dummy. Russell after him. Burton felt it coming and then felt the high contact, and the umpire saw it. Now McLeod, Adelaide with an open 50 here. Taylor Walker, Andrew Walker. Their feet tangle. And both Walkers finished up on the ground. There'll be a throw in. Scoring range for the Crows.
There's Dangerfield getting tackled and looked fine. Didn't sort of bother him at all.
Crows searching for their second goal of the quarter. Players coming from everywhere. In and under. Tippett, the big man, trying to inject himself into the contest. Malcolm, you mentioned pre-match that it was a big test for Kurt Tippett. He really needed to stand up.
He's had one touch.
More blood.
More blood, yeah. One touch, Tippett. That's either the forward line as a ruckman. You've just got to, he's a really poor start to the year. That's all you can say.
Inaccuracy and inconsistency really costing Kurt Tippett. It was the big story over summer, of course. Gold Coast trying to snare him. But he re-signed for a couple of years. Malcolm?
I missed that.
You haven't seen that contract either?
Oh, no. I must have missed that. I was elsewhere.
Underway.
That's not a lie, by the way.
Just
that was a joke.
Under 3 minutes. Tippett on cue.
I
help it. Getting it through. Now the long kick, centre corridor. Crows are there. Which way will it bounce? Sits up, allows Henderson into the contest. Dangerfield. Schmidt. Rutten spins around. Has a bounce, the big man. Filling in, of course. Bott is out, and now Rutten just tries to do too much, and he's been caught. And the Blues continue. Advantages played. Simpson over the top to Garlett, who was an inclusion on Thursday night. Turns around, spins.